Mount Umunhum, a towering icon of the South Bay, in view of many people. But few people have ever seen its views.
Being up at the top, you really get a perspective of who you are and how you are part of the larger scheme of things.
It connects natural history to layers and eons of human history.
The mountain has had many different uses, and it's as if we're returning it back to nature and giving it back to the people.
Off limits to the general public for decades, and to native Californians since the 1700s, this sacred summit is being reclaimed for nature and every one of us.
We're really meeting the promise that we made to the public and fulfilling the dream that they had.
Well, that's an amazing view of downtown San Jose, the Santa Clara Valley in the distance, several million people as seen from the summit of mysterious and today rather windy Mount Umunhum. Well, Mount as it's known to those who see it from down below every day, has been closed to the general public for several generations, and to the native people for whom this mountain is profoundly sacred for several hundred years. But finally, in the fall of 2017, the gates will be thrown open and Mount will become accessible to all of us. Mount Umunhum rises almost 3,500 feet above San Jose and its surrounds, within sight of Silicon Valley, but a world away.
This is an original military road.
This was a road that the military took to go up to the community that was the radar station.
It was used every day, many vehicles coming up and down each day.
Coming back and forth, yes.
Yeah.
During the Cold War, this old rutted road was a busy military driveway from Santa Clara Valley to the summit of Mount where radar and personnel at the Almaden Air Force Station scanned the skies along the coast for enemy aircraft. By the fall of 2017, the road will be repaired, providing us a safe and smooth drive up to the top, back in time, and far into the future.
So when people come up here, they can really have a sense of what this mountain has meant to different generations and different peoples over time. And now it's a whole new generation. It's the people of the 21st century and beyond will be writing the new stories for the mountain.
So far, it's been a fascinating story we've followed for quite a while. Declared obsolete and abandoned in 1980, the Air Force radar station stood as a decaying ghost town for decades, too dangerous to allow public access. But it was finally demolished a few years ago as complicated and challenging work began to give the mountain back to nature and to us. In late March of 2017, we were invited to watch as crews raced to conclude their remarkable restoration.
I think the public is ultimately going to be delighted with what they see, because we really are doing this and dedicating it to them. This is for the people of the Bay Area.
Steve Abors is General Manager of the Mid-Peninsula Regional Open Space District. Since purchasing this land in 1986, the district has spearheaded the effort to restore and reopen Mount
The dream is that when people come up here, decades from now, they look around the mountain and they really have a sense of what it was like before people came here.
Making the dream a reality was initially guided by Ana Montaño Ruiz, the Open Space District's Assistant General Manager, who toured the ruins and saw the peak's potential.
We needed to see the views, experience the breeze, and really just take in the beauty and the majesty of the site. And that's what led to the first ideas of what's possible.
Ana's vision will be ours too, all around the mountain and on carefully crafted overlooks, reaching dramatically from the summit towards the cities far below.
The entire valley, you see it, and you feel like you're just about to jump out into it.
And the birds are up, they're taking flight all around us, and we feel like at least our imaginations can take flight up here.
Yes.
This is one of the largest and most difficult restoration efforts ever undertaken in the Bay Area, and it's been concluded during one of the most intense winters on record.
I mean, some reports say as much as 100 inches this year, since October.
100 inches. And
Correct.
You've had snow.
We've had snow up here.
And you've had wind.
130-mile-an-hour winds where we had to shut down the job site. Yeah, it's been pretty difficult building.
Damon Adloud is Capital Project Manager for Mid-Peninsula, helping to lead the crews bringing blueprints to life. Mid-Pen teams demolished old structures from the military days, altered the shape of the once flattened peak itself to its more natural contours, and installed special features so native Californians can finally return home to their sacred summit.
So this is the future ceremonial circle for the area. And this has been done dry laid stones, and they've all been set and placed, kind of keyed in to each other without mortar.
For the Umunhum people, this mountain is the center of their spiritual lives. But when early missionaries arrived, the Umunhum and other native tribes were forbidden to go to this sacred place.
Mountaintops for our people were very important. When our people needed to pray, to be closer to the Creator, our people would go to the mountaintops to pray. And that's what we're hoping to restore.
Valentin Lopez is chairman of the Umunhum tribe, which had not been allowed to return here until Mid-Peninsula invited them to help plan and participate in Mount Um's restoration. At long last, the Umunhum are back home, and they invite us to join them in respecting the power of this place and its power to heal.
It's a holy, sacred site, and we need to have a place for ceremony and a place for prayer, and not only for our people, but for all people.
As the sounds of construction fade to silence and the gates to Mount are finally opened, we'll all be encouraged to hike on brand new trails or drive the newly improved roadway towards its peak, learning about human and natural history all around, and basking in the rebirth of an ancient and sacred summit in our modern times.
For me, it's like a magical transformation of the mountaintop. This is the evolution of the mountain coming back, and it feels really good.
And now this new period starts where the public has access to this mountain.
This mountain reborn.
Really, indeed.